Slam channel. We got a full day of sports for Sunday, September 22nd. Obviously, the main slate, we got NFL, a full slate of MLB, and of course, we got WNBA playoffs, game one of most of these series. Gonna go light on WNBA, given it's the first game. MLB, same thing. Obviously, we're gonna focus on NFL, but I will provide a couple picks for WNBA. Since this video is being done overnight, most of these MLB props are not posted yet. But keep on the lookout for Paul Skeens. He is probably the main play for pitcher strikeouts. Same thing with Shota and Managa. Those two will probably be the top ones for MLB. Actually, let's check what we have for MLB. Got a couple good pitchers. We got Blake Snell, Frankie Montas going, Zach Wheeler, Shota Managa. Be the first one. Blake Snell, I'll be taking a shot, mostly on their gobbies. I'll be making a couple slits. I will post that on my Discord. Couple of slips for WNBA and MLB, going very light on them, but those two. Paul Skeens will probably be my play of the day for MLB, but I just wanted to mention those. Other than that, that's all we have for MLB. Let's head on over to WNBA, and let's get started with a couple of these props. WNBA first half, I'm going to go with a couple of these wagons. Jonquel Jones is one of them. 15.5. It was at 15 a couple of days ago when it got posted. Up to 15.5. I think she's going to soar over. She's one of the most experienced players for the Liberty. Same thing with Breanna Stewart. But I'm going to go with Jones, given the fact that she's usually a fast starter and she grabs a lot of rebounds. Second one is a wagon during the regular season, and that is Dejana Carrington. First half fantasy or full game fantasy. Pick your poison. Those two are the best for her. Let's head on over to full game props. Like I mentioned, not all the props are posted yet for WNBA. Caitlin Clark, I'm taking her Gabi. I'm going to play it safe with her, given it's first game in the playoffs for her, so I know the defense will be key. Marina Mabry will be one of my targets, and for her, I'm going to be taking her PRA, not her fantasy, due to the fact she does have high turnovers. I'm going to be taking her PRA instead. I believe Daily Grind Fantasy does have that juiced over at a 54% hit rate. Let's head on over to defensive rebounds. A couple ones that I like is Breanna Stewart, Collier. I'm most likely going to be targeting Collier. I do like Collier overall. Fantasy score, points and rebounds. I think Collier is going to be one of the main players for Minnesota. But I'm going to top pick for 5 assists. I actually took her on a Gabi on a slip. I believe her Gabi's at 3.5. So if you want to play the safe route, you can take her 3.5. But her regular night right now at 5 is great. She is projected to get 6. She's right here at 3.5. 5 is great. This is definitely going to get bumped to 5.5. So make sure you have that on your list. Let's head on over to points. Like I mentioned, I took Caitlin Clark. 20 points, you can take it. I took the Gabi, which is at 15 points, 14.5. But you can target the key players, the veteran players, the ones that have the most experience. And that is, for me, Aja Wilson. PRA, fantasy score, points, you name it, take your pick. Personally, I'll probably take her points and rebounds, 37.5. Usually this line's at 38.5 in the season. So you might want to target points and rebound best. Fantasy score, obviously she has a ceiling of 70. Tina Charles, probably her best will be her rebounds. But these are some of the picks that I like. Most of these will be separated in different slips. Let's head on over to NFL, which will be the bulk of our slips. I will post those overnight on my Discord. Don't forget, you got that free square, Caleb Williams. If you're trying to build a bankroll, I suggest you build it with your favorite Gabi, which either in MLB, WNBA, or NFL. Your favorite Gabi if you want that double up, but if you want to go the full payout, take your favorite prop from all three sports or soccer, esports, whatever you're best at. But I suggest you get your double up, at least your double up with 2x, and take it with your best prop of the day. Everybody usually posts it with a 5-man, 6-man. 6-mans are hard to hit. The odds of hitting a 6-man is like 1 out of 1,000. It's hard to hit. Obviously, if you can make a 6-man Gabi, those are more easier to hit, but the payout is minimal. But don't forget about the Caleb Williams square. Make sure you guys take that, take advantage of it. Let's head on over to passing yards. A couple quarterbacks I like they're going to go off. Anthony Richardson, matchup is there against Chicago. Most likely to be targeting his fantasy score. He runs the ball as well, so I think he might get a rushing touchdown. Passing yards, he can clear 200 fairly easily, especially against Chicago. But I'm most likely targeting his fantasy score. CJ Stroud, I think it's going to be a high-flying game against Minnesota, which you can take Sam Darnold as well for passing yards. Those are a couple ones that I like. Same thing with Baker Mayfield. I think he's going to go way off against Denver. Denver obviously has Bo Nix, rookie quarterback. He's not much of a passer so far in the first couple of games. He did have a breakout against the Steelers. Not bad at 246. He should clear 200 yards at least for this game, but it's going to be a shootout. Obviously, I'm taking Tampa Bay money line. So Baker Mayfield is a good target. Another one for passing yards. Vegas Raiders against Carolina. That should be easy money line. The Raiders should win that game. Obviously, we had a bunch of upsets last week. But this is a good one at 221. This is not bad at 221. I haven't checked the odds on that. But that is a good pick. Geno Smith, I do like him going over against Miami. We all know Miami's out with Tua. So money line, take Seattle. Golf against Arizona, that's going to be a shootout with Murray. You can target that as well. Most likely their fantasy scores. But these are a couple QBs that I like. Let's head on over to rushing yards. I think most of my slips will be on rushing yards. J.K. Dobbins, obviously it's a popular play. I love that play. He's been the last 2 weeks I've taken him. He's cash for me. He's been on a hot streak. But we all know what happened on Thursday night. Everybody was on Ramondre Stevenson. Same thing with J.K. Dobbins. It could happen to him. I believe he is a second. Obviously, he's a popular play. He is the number one, basically, to take out Caleb Williams. J.K. Dobbins. I hope it's not a repeat with Ramondre. I do have him on my slip. He's one of my anchors, so hopefully he doesn't sell. But definitely J.K. Dobbins, have him on your slip. Let's go back to rushing yards. Jonathan Taylor's a good one against Chicago. That's going to be a good game for him. One of the ones that I like is Aaron Jones, 15.5. Rushing attempts is good as well. Najee Harris. I do like the combo prop between Najee Harris and J.K. Dobbins. Obviously, J.K. Dobbins could do that on himself. But Najee Harris, he's a sneaky pick for Pittsburgh. There's a reason they're 2-0. He's a big offensive weapon. So Najee Harris, make sure you have him. Fantasy score. Even a rushing receiving touchdown, he can get it. He is a great tool for the Steelers. Baker Mayfield, he can get off a couple yards. You can see he's a runner. 10.5, you can take a shot there. That's not bad. I like it. Tony Pollard. The only reason I'm not a target this play, I do like it. He cashed for me the past 2 times, but Tennessee, they want to do a split running back game. Pollard's one of those, but I think they're gonna have more rushing attempts for the other running back. So I'm not sure how much he's gonna get exposure. That's his target. CJ Stroud. It's gonna be a high-flying game between Minnesota and Houston. So might want to target these two, but like I mentioned, passing yards would be best. Nico Collins, definitely one of the main targets for Houston. Will definitely be on my slip. Let's head on over to first half. Past couple of pods, I haven't been exposed too much for the NFL first half, but the few ones that I've taken, it's cash for me. Dak Prescott has been one of them. You can take his passing yards or his fantasy score. Usually averages about 150 yards in the first half. He's at 130 right now, 130.5. You can see 156 and 184 this season. Against Baltimore, looking for a bounce back game from last week. I think this is a good one right here at 130.5, a sneaky prop. Definitely target that on a separate slip. Same thing with Lamar Jackson. The Ravens are 0-2. They're looking to bounce back. Should be a good game between the Cowboys and the Ravens. Both looking to bounce back. Josh Allen is a runner. Actually, last week he didn't run the ball at all. But obviously he can go off for over 300 yards. It's not a quick starter, so I'm probably going to fade that. I'm going to fade Joe Burrow as well. That's a Monday night game. Stafford, 107.5. That's going to be a defensive game against the 49ers. So that's going to be a tough one. That's pretty much it. Gave you plenty of props to choose from. If you want my exact same slips, I do have a Discord. I will post those slips on my Discord so you guys can follow me exactly what I have. If you're interested, the link is in the description below. Other than that, gave you plenty of props to choose from. Don't make it all in 6-mans. Break it down to 3-mans, flex them. 5-mans, 4-mans, flex them. Don't go crazy on the 6-mans. They're just really tough to hit. But gave you plenty of props. You can mix around with the WNBA and MLB props. Make sure you guys take advantage of the Caleb Williams Square. Pick your best prop and pair that up. Other than that, please like, subscribe, comment. Appreciate the support. See you guys in the next one.